Hello again, in Larchmont in this beautiful afternoon. Apparently, we're waiting for thunderstorms and what have you this evening, which is really hard to believe. Maybe it's an April Fool's Day kind of joke, but who knows? But we'll see. For now, we're gonna enjoy the weather, be outside, and share this with you. As I've done on and off, try to find an old bottle of Bordeaux or something else that we can enjoy together, just to kind of get the feel for what a really old good wine can evolve into. So this is a Bordeaux. It's a Chateau Prieure Lichine, 1996. So it's Alexis Lichine, who is the well-known wine writer and winemaker. I remember his book on Bordeaux is probably the first wine book I really read and got into, and it kind of opened my eyes to the richness of the Bordeaux region and all these different parts of it. So it's really something. Now, he owned this property, but of course, I mean, this is property that goes back, like a lot of these places, hundreds of years. It's he died in 1989. It sold in 1999 to a bigger corporation, but this is sort of in between. The 1996 also was during the era where Michel Rolland was still involved, the famous winemaker and consultant. So, because I think he stopped his involvement in 2005. So there's a little bit of history behind this particular period, let's say. And so let's see what we have here. This is, so it's a Margaux. The peculiarity of Lichine was that they have a lot of Merlot for a left bank sort of wine. So this is almost 50-50. A little bit less Merlot than Cabernet Sauvignon, and the rest is Petit Verdot. So it has it has a different feel because of that, and maybe we'll see that in the wine. 96 was a good year. It was not a terrific year. I think you've had some good wines and some okay wines. We tasted together in 1996 Cantonac Brown, and actually, it's not far from these guys, because this property is in the region of Cantonac, which is now part of Margaux proper as an appellation. Oh, okay, looking at the color here, it's still pretty dark, pretty deep, a little bit muddied. You know, I think there's sediments, and not surprising for a wine of this age. And we're down to the bottom of the bottom third here of the bottle, but it's still surprisingly dark. It doesn't have that lightness, this oranginess that you find in really over the hill wines, let's say. So that is comforting. On the nose, it's got a little bit of Madeirization, so that's to be expected, I guess. But also more tertiary notes, so, you know, earth, mushrooms, a little bit of wood, not a lot of fruit, just a little bit more on the acidity, like acidic fruits kind of thing. Very nice acidity still, so that's a lively wine. But also it's kind of rounded off a little bit with some, just a good balance. You know, it's very balanced, very harmonious in the mouth. It doesn't really give you a wow feeling, but it still hangs together. In the beginning, when I opened it yesterday, it was a little bit diluted on the front of the palate, and then it got a little bit stronger in the mouth. But today it's actually a little better. It's just sort of more at peace with itself, let's say. It's come together. It's got the acidity, as we said. It's got not a lot of sharp angles here. You know, it's just a little bit mellow. So, you know, maybe it would have been better 5 years ago. But as I said earlier, this is part of a bunch of wine we just took from a friend of ours who's just getting rid of these old wines. And so we decided to take them all and decide and sort of enjoy them as they come, and have a particular feel for each one of them, even though normally we would have drunk them like 5 or 10 years ago. It's just, this is where they are. This is how we should appreciate them and see if they still give us something to talk about. And this one does. It's a good experience. It's a fun one to have with friends. It's got a good history. We just enjoyed it with a friend of ours. He was here for a while, and so you can sip it and without really worrying about it too much. You get the acidity that reminds itself to you along the way, and you just feel that this is a good old companion. It has some of that, you know, leather and wood note to it, and it's very easy to enjoy. And the acidity makes it also a good companion for food, and we're gonna have the rest of this with dinner tonight. Anyway, another experience that I'm happy to share with you. See you soon.